What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Unlikely Geeks. I'm your boy Yambo, and today is November 10th, 2025. We're going to talk about all of the big news that came out last week that you may have missed, because that's what we do here at Unlikely Geeks. We make sure that you're informed, and because a lot of people can't be informed on every piece of news every single day, every single time. So, again, it's your boy Yambo. I'm here pulling up our notes today because as a one-man band, there's a lot going on and I don't always have my stuff together. So, quick catch up. If you guys haven't seen the last episode of The Unlikely Part, it's me celebrating my birthday and really just expressing how much I love everybody for, participating and acknowledging and showing me some love. It was really admirable, really admiring. Um, that's not the right word, but I really appreciated it overall. That's really what I wanted to talk about. So basically, go check that out. It's a really good episode. I got some really fun stories that I told, and I'm just really excited to get on to all the big news that's coming up. As far as new movies that I've seen, this has been another week where I haven't seen anything. There's been a lot of news over how many people did not go see the new Sweeney movie that came out. The girl from Euphoria, it's called Chrissy. She is a wrestler. This is a true story, a story that needed to be told. But apparently, there's a lot of controversy with the actress herself, and a lot of people did not go and see the movie. A lot of people did not go see the movie. It's on record to be one of the worst selling movies ever for the amount of movie theaters that actually were showing it. So that's not the kind of record that you want as an actor. That's not the kind of record you want as somebody that they're making a movie for and out of. So I definitely feel bad for all parties involved. I didn't watch the movie either, but I haven't seen a lot of movies all October. I was just talking on my social media about how many new shows have just come out. So you got shows like Power, Force. That's book 4. That just came back out. You have Tulsa King. That's been coming out. I'm missing the last 2-3 episodes. The It show just came back out, and I gotta watch that. Even though I'm kind of scared. You guys know how it is. Breaking Bad has a brand new show. Not Breaking Bad like a sequel or anything, but the people who wrote Breaking Bad, I think it's called Pluribus. I don't know anything about it. I saw one trailer. I don't know what the heck it could be about, but that show's out. Vince Staples show. I don't watch Netflix that often, but the Vince Staples show is my jam. That show is great. Vince Staples is my guy, and I really want to watch that show. And then what else? Has Been Hotel. Who hasn't? Who doesn't know about Has Been Hotel? A lot of y'all don't. It's a cartoon. It was a YouTube series. It's now on Amazon Prime. Definitely recommend going to watch it. It's good. It's kind of like a musical. I think it's about like hell. I know, but it's a good show. It's definitely for mature audiences, but it is a cartoon. So there's all of that has come out, and so I've missed everything. I've just been so busy bet with the back and forth that I haven't been able to catch up and keep up. So I am now the people that I try to speak to. On the other side of the screen, you guys watching who can't keep up with everything. I'm in your shoes. Now I need an unlikely geek to talk to me and keep me updated so I can keep you guys updated. So I will do better. We have a lot of things going on. My life in general is going through some big changes again. I swear 2025 has been an incredible year for me. Extremely blessed. The next, 32 and beyond is going to be even better. I'm so excited for everything that's to come. I'm so proud of Unlikely Geeks and everything that we've been able to do. Shout out my little brother, James. For my birthday, he got me Dispatch on the PC on Steam. And if you don't know what Dispatch is, it's a superhero Telltale type game. I believe it's people from the old Telltale games that ended up coming to, make their own company. And It's one of those story games where you pick and choose what you say. The people will remember what you did, and then that changes the story moving forward. So everybody's game's just a little bit different, and you play as a police dispatcher, but in a superhero world. So you got to dispatch this superhero over there and make sure the superhero over there and this person's not too tired because now this person lost the battle. So now he's over here depressed, and it's supposed to be super funny. It kind of has like an office vibe from what I hear, but my little brother bought it for me. It's been coming out episodically. So it's like 2-hour levels and they come out week by week. I think 2 episodes come out every time. And my goal is to play, the game where it's at and then catch up for the season finale, which is coming out, I believe, next week. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm a very busy man, but I want to play this game real bad. So if I could figure out how to stream where it doesn't come out looking all goofy once I upload it to the YouTube, I'll probably stream it. I love streaming the games. I said that weird. I love streaming the games, but I love streaming games. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people give me great feedback. The only feedback that I get that's negative is that the upload looks like I'm recording off of a potato. So if anybody in the chat knows how to fix that, I do not have a game capture card, but I had assumed that I didn't need one if I'm playing directly off the PC. If I'm streaming a game off of the Xbox, I would assume I didn't need one because it's streaming off the Xbox. I would assume that you needed the game capture card if you're doing from the Xbox to the PC to record, right? So if anybody can explain to me that, I would love to learn because I want my content to match everything else that we do here at Unlikely Geeks. Put a lot of money, time, effort, energy, and time. I said it twice because it's that important. There's a lot of time into this, and I want to make sure to give everybody the best quality as possible. Our goal is to get to 50 followers and subscribers on YouTube alone. Here on Twitch, we have, a smaller amount, but this is a very what have you done for me right now kind of platform. And I love it. That's why I want to be consistent here. I want to play the games. I want to do the show. I want to do the other shows. I want to do everything on Twitch. Go live. You guys can see all the imperfections. And then I kind of, clean it up a little bit for the YouTube page sometimes. Sometimes I just upload it directly. But that's all I've been doing. Let's start off with some of the news that has been coming out in no specific order, because when I do a show alone, I just like talking to you guys. So some topics might be longer, some might be shorter, but it's just fun to interact with you guys, get feedback, comment, subscribe. I think what I will do is moving forward, I'll have, if we have enough chat, so we'll start getting there and I'll start talking about the people who comment, and then you could join the conversation. You could be the second geek on the show with me, right? So first news, the video game Overcooked, a little game where you play as these like chefs and you run around and you run into each other and you got to chop up the lettuce, chop up the tomato and put it all together. But there's 4 of you guys and it's a very clumsy type game. And then you feed people burgers, but it's too late. Now they didn't want the burger with the pickles. It's a hell of a game. If you have 3 friends and you and 3 friends go out there and play this game, you will nonstop crack up. You will cuss each other out, and you may not be friends by the end of this game. But Overcooked is a great game. When you have people, it's not that hard. It's literally a couple buttons. You press one, you hold a button down to chop. You press another button to pick up and drop off. You got to clean the dishes. So it's not that hard. But when it comes to this time limit that you have, like to make the food before the people get angry, it's hard. But you guys have been used to that. Cooking Mama has been around for years. Overcooked takes that and puts it up to level 11. So I recommend that game 100%. It's fun. They have a million games like it. Moving Day. There's one about cleaning stuff. All these types of games, they're the same stuff. But they're making a television show about it on Netflix. And not only that, it's by A24. Like the people who make all these like award-winning, serious, type films. For the most part, they're pretty serious films. They're making this show for Netflix at that. So as somebody who doesn't notoriously watch Netflix, I'm watching this show because I can only imagine how crazy it's going to be. If you guys like all of these Food Network shows. What is it called? The Golden Chef, the Night Chef, the one with Gordon Ramsay. With all of that. If you like those type of shows, Celebrity Chef, I'm sure this is gonna be pretty much just like that. So that's gonna be freaking awesome. The next news story that I got here is, let's pull it up together. Paramount said to have blacklist of Hollywood stars. Individuals who have been deemed overly anti-Semitic, xenophobic, homophobic, all of these words that are bad for the algorithm and for the YouTubes and the Twitch, but that's what it's about. So they want to keep you guys know Paramount Plus money is unlimited. The Saudis are unlimited. They're the two biggest, 1-to-1. So why would they want to work with somebody who has been canceled? I don't blame them. So there's a huge blacklist of people that you will never see on these Paramount shows. And when they find somebody they like, they keep them. Look at Tom Cruise. Look at Michael B. Jordan. Now, maybe that's why Will Smith hasn't been in a Paramount picture in who knows how long. Has he ever, even though I don't think he's any of those three things I mentioned before, he's, currently being in the middle of a canceling, I want to mention that the album that he came out, Will Smith, was one of my favorite musicians. Funny, right? Like as a music lover, as a DJ, I loved Will Smith, Miami, Just the Two of Us, all of these songs. That last album was hard to listen to. And I, as somebody who loves Will Smith, it was a hard listen. And it ruined a lot of momentum. It ruined me being able to say with a confident attitude that Will Smith is one of my favorites, because that was not the best. So worried about that. Will is going to come up with a second album. Hopefully that one's better. But yeah, hopefully he's not canceled, blackballed by everybody. Now, I had the opportunity to try to get one of my friends in here for this episode, but he's very movie oriented. This episode is not very movie focused. This is one of the big stories. I wanted to call him up because as an actor himself, I wanted to get his take on stuff. I don't know what his take would have been, but I'm sure that he may see that, on a day-to-day while he's out there, going for roles and things like that. He's probably known people that may have been affected by something like this. And you don't want to be blacklisted by Paramount. Like I said, Paramount is like the big boy right now. They're buying everybody and everything. So even if you think you're good, like, okay, I'm going to work with this smaller company nonstop, Paramount buys them out. Now you're blacklisted. Now where's your money coming from? The Hollywood game is cutthroat. It's very hard. I was actually watching an episode on YouTube by a gentleman. I don't know his name. I watch him a lot. Sorry. But he was talking about Brendan Fraser and how he was blacklisted. And that was a huge thing. And everybody knows his story. It's very sad. He's coming back. It's a renaissance. And who doesn't like Brendan Fraser? Like as an audience member, he was very awesome back in the 2000s. And after The Whale and all these movies, he's again coming back and he's, getting up there, going back to his A-list status. So that's pretty cool. I'm very excited to see what more to come. I wonder if a list with names will ever come out of exactly who's blacklisted. Because you can only imagine. It's the guy that was in House of Cards. It's probably the guy from the movie, Alec Baldwin. People like that have really bad reputations at the moment. Are you canceled forever? I don't think anybody's really canceled forever. The next story. Dante's Inferno 2, and this is a huge reason why my movie friend was like, I know nothing about this. Dante's Inferno 2 was canceled over a decade ago, but thanks to IGN, they showed a lot of videos and pictures of what the game would have been. And there's the entire script has been released. Did I read the entire script? No, I don't read. I audiobook it, and there's no audiobook form of this. I mean, there is Dante's Inferno, the actual piece of epic literature that's like this thick that I can listen to. That would take 17, 18 hours to listen to. But Basically, if you guys don't know what Dante's Inferno was, it was a PS3 and Xbox 360 video game that was kind of like God of War, but for the Xbox. It was made by EA. It was great. You play as Dante. They take away his wife. The devil gets his wife, and now he's fighting through the 7 layers of hell to get his wife back. And you're killing little people and kids. It's hard to talk about. Angels and demons and Siberius, or whatever. It's awesome. Gory as hell. I didn't beat the game. It was pretty hard when I was younger. But that game was dope. I didn't expect them to make a sequel, and they would have. And that's really all I got, because I didn't really read too much more of it. I just want you guys to know that we could have had great things, and that maybe with all the hype that it's had now, go read it. Maybe it may come to fruition. I would love if that game actually did come out, because they don't make God of War games the way they used to. The new God of War games are over the shoulder, a lot more visceral, action packed. These old games where the camera was up here and you were Kratos hacking and slashing and throwing people up and juggling. You kind of don't really do that no more. Now it's behind the shoulder, you hacking and slashing and cutting people up and stuff. So it'd be nice to go back to a game like that. Or do you think now they'll go back and try to mimic God of War again? These are the questions that you got to consider when you think about what new games are compared to old games. Would you play a game like that? I mean, there's still Diablo 4. There's still Path of Exile and games like that. I mean, I think my brother got it for me, or I bought myself Baldur's Gate. That's kind of like up, I believe. Baldur's Gate is a game I wanted to play and beat so bad. So excited for it. I really, really was excited. It's not my type of game. I couldn't get into it, and I never got too far. You don't give me too much choices. If you give me too many choices, and I know that if I do something, I may have ruined the whole game for myself and missed out on a whole chunk, that stress bothers me. I will start Googling what's the right answer, but then that's no fun. Games like Outer Worlds 2, that's the game I'm currently playing. It's on Game Pass. It's free. And that one has a lot of words you can say and ways to act. But it's basically like Mass Effect back in the day. Good, medium, bad, and then extras depending on, what kind of person you are. Are you a talker? Are you a cop? Are you a criminal? And then you have some special options here and there. I definitely recommend getting Outer Worlds, playing it, because it's funny, because if you do things too much, let's say you're really good at shooting and just knocking heads off, a pop-up will come up and be like, yo, you're really good at shooting. Here's something that you've grown to accustom and now you can shoot twice as fast, but you run slower than ever for the rest of the game. And so it's that balance. You could choose to accept that curse or deny it. And there's a lot of them. I mean, we could go on for 20 minutes of all of the ones that I've denied because I was scared, and all of the ones that I liked that I would take. For example, one of them, I actually played the game earlier for about, 2, 3, 4 hours. And I think it was something about me crouching. I was crouching too much. So I had bad knees. Bad knees meant that I can crouch for longer, or not longer because you could crouch forever, but my crouches were silent, but every couple minutes my knees would crack, and then the people that I'm crouching against would hear me. That's crazy. Why would I do that? But again, you crouch and you could run a little bit faster. So there's perks, but there's bad things. And for one of them, I picked that I was upgrading everything. They want you to upgrade one or two things. I was upgrading everything. And so it was like, oh, you are schizophrenic or something. Like, you don't know what you actually want. So the perk is now you can upgrade 2 levels each time you level up, but you can only upgrade the stuff that is the lowest level in all of your chart. So some of the things you got to open up. Like, okay, I need a level 8 lock pick so that way I can open up this door. It's kind of like the easy way to get through the level. If not, you got to either figure it out or you lock yourself out. So I'm freaking out trying to upgrade. My lockpick is level 5, the highest out of everything, which means that next time I rank up and I could get 2 to go up to 7, which is closer to the 8, I can't rank that one up until all the other 15 things are ranked up to level 7 also. That broke the game for me. I couldn't do it. So I got stuck there for a good hour and I said, bump it. And I restarted the whole game. Now I'm having way more fun. I picked a couple of, 2, 3 different things. They gave me that option again, and I denied it. I was like, I'm not doing this. Why would anybody do this? So if you were somebody who did choose that as a perk, and then you got the issue with it, why? Like, you just made the game extra hard for yourself. So that's something fun. I've never seen games do that before. This game did it, and is doing it pretty well. Going back to the movie news, and I put this one here for my mom. Gremlins 3 is coming out November 2027. Who's thinking about 2027 right now? We're not even in 2026. And we're going to talk about a couple things that got moved and they're coming out. That's the big story. We're going to talk that at the end. But for Gremlins, why are they announcing it so far out? Are they going to be practical like they used to be? Is it going to be all CGI? Is that why it's taking so long? Because CGI takes forever to create and make and look realistic. But why are we thinking that far out, man? 27? That's literally 2 years from today, November 19th. It's my aunt's birthday, actually. That's 9 days and a year and 9 days from 2 years and 9 days from today. That's freaking nuts. Do I remember the first Gremlins or the second one? No. Does my mom? Yes. I bought her all these little Funko Pops of the Gremlins, and she has them all in her house. Funko Pops are like my go-to gift to people. $10, $15, something they like, shows that you know a little bit about them. My mom's birthday is in 4 days, and I got her another Funko Pop for another movie that she likes. Can't tell you guys yet because she might watch this episode. Shh, don't tell my mama. Speaking of Funko Pops, they're going out of business, y'all. They don't think that Funko Pops are going to last another financial year. That's the saddest thing the second saddest thing that we're going to talk about today. I have Funko Pops all here, Funko Pops to my left and my right, and there's a third row with even more Funko Pops. I do like Funko Pops. My son has like 15. I bought my mom maybe 7. My dad has 2. My brothers have a bunch. They're, like I said, a good, fun little gift. It's a statue. Do you keep it in a box? Yeah. Why would you keep it in a box? I don't know. Collectible. But it looks like Funko Pops going the same route as Beanie Babies, as Precious Moments, as those dolls, creepy dolls my grandma used to have growing up all around the house that look like clowns with the little porcelain faces. Shout out to your grandma and your Spanish family if your grandmas had the same ones. But that kind of stuff is pretty sad. I think Funko messed up by just over creating some characters. They don't make that many Scarfaces, but they have a bunch of Ninja Turtle ones. I mean, I'm a Ninja Turtle freak. Look at how many Ninja Turtles I have all around me. But I can't buy them all. They might buy, they create every time something new comes out, millions of Stranger Things ones. How many super Stranger Things fans do you think there are in the world that are going to buy all of those, right? So that makes it really hard to like and continue to buy. And who has space, especially if you're keeping them all in the boxes? Who really has the space for all of that, right? So think about all of that and know that maybe your Funko Pops might be worth something. So go out there and buy as many Funko Pops as possible because they were not going to be here that long. But then you go through the same situation of it being the same thing that happened with the Beanie Babies, and your Beanie Babies ain't worth shit when you go and you try to sell them, in the future. So that really sucks. And I feel bad for Funko Pops. They made that video game, and that video game sucked ass. I still plan on buying it, but I'm a glutton for punishment, and I like trying out different things. So when that game comes out to be like $5, I'll buy it for me and my son to play. Speaking of games, Marvel 1943 has been delayed till early 2026 or beyond early 2026. So you guys didn't know, we talked about it a couple episodes ago. That show or that movie, that video game is based in 1943. You play as the original Black Panther. You have real Captain America, goes back in time or something like that. And the graphics are like too good to be true type graphics. And I think that's what keeps delaying it. So it's disappointing, but it's not as disappointing as the biggest news that I want to talk about today. And I wanted to keep it to the end because I don't know if I'm going to cry and then not be able to continue the episode or not. But Grand Theft Auto 6 has been moved again. Now it's happened. It's happened. I mean, it's been 13 years already, but they announced that it was supposed to come out in May of next year. They moved this bad boy all the way to November 19th. And if you remember from 5 minutes ago, the same exact date to a year that the Gremlins movie comes out the year after. Now, cool, right? You think it's great. Happy. Oh, it got delayed. We're going to get better graphics. Just come out with the damn game. I just want to play the damn game. At this point, what else are you going to put in it? I keep hearing rumors, they're going to do periodically some gay pride parade stuff. Periodically, you're going to be able to walk into every building periodically, whatever. Periodically, shut up and just release the damn game. I just want the game, man. Is it that hard? Like, I'm a grown ass man. I got a kid that's almost older than Grand Theft Auto than the last time the Grand Theft Auto games came out. It was 3 years till he was being born. Like, I just want this game. Grand Theft Auto 4 is one of my favorites. You guys seen my top 10 games that describe me. So GTA 4 is my favorite. GTA 5 was great. I didn't play the GTA multiplayer because I wasn't a multiplayer person back then, but I want to be now. I want to play GTA 6 multiplayer. I want to role play. I want to have my own little world, and make it exactly like this world. I want to have a podcast in GTA. I want to do everything. I just want that game, man. Why don't they give me this damn game? Right? And I don't know what else they could do. From the graphics already there. This game has cost over $2 billion. The game is going to sell $4 billion. Why just you don't release it? I think I don't know why, other than just, fixing things like they keep saying. They say that it was an attempt, and that's why they just fired about 40% or 40 different people from the company. And then they delayed it right after to get that news out because it was pretty bad news that they let go of 40 people. They want to blame it on the union. They want to blame it on that they were leaking information on the game. If they did leak anything, I haven't heard it. It's not as big as a leak as what happened like 2-3 years ago before they first announced the game originally, where that huge leak came out. Just release the damn game and there's no more leaks. That's all I got to say, right? So I see you over there in the chat. And yeah, so I don't get it, man. I really want this game. It's the only game I really want. I mean, if you have anything to look forward to, I think that's a beautiful thing. That's the actual, if you want to look at the glass half full, think about that you have something to look forward to. So as sad as the world can be, you got to be here for Grand Theft Auto 6. So keep trucking. Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out eventually. They ain't going to cancel that game. If they cancel that game, the video game business is out of here. It's a wrap. There's no more video games if Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't show up. Now, the benefit of Grand Theft Auto 6 being delayed is that now you have all these different games that now can come out and feel safe. When the game was coming out in May, every game was like, all right, We give Grand Theft Auto like 2-3 months, and then maybe we could come out. We got to come out 2-3 weeks before Grand Theft Auto comes out, so that way people can actually play our game. And with a bunch of games coming out next year, now they have all this time in the world because November is at the end. So will you see any games really come out in December? Probably not. Will you see games come out September, October? Maybe. The biggest question is, where's Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty coming out? Because those games come out in November. But if it's Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto 6, what game are you playing? I know I ain't playing Call of Duty for the 18th time. So now these companies got to really think. You got Wolverine that was supposed to come out in fall of next year. Maybe they move it. You got movies. I think it was, I can't remember the movie, but there was a movie coming out the same exact day as Grand Theft Auto. That movie was going to flop. 10 people were going to watch that. Less people were going to watch that than watch Chrissy. But now they could flourish. You know, I'm sure they're happy as hell. But who really knows what is coming out when, why, how? I just want the flipping game. Now, what it does is it helps me. Now I can save money for the PS5 Pro because that game ain't coming out for the PC until 2029. So forget trying to play it on the PC. I really want this damn game. I already know the story. Like, you got to change the whole story now. The story damn near leaked. You already know that Homeboy is going to be a cop. He's trying to get Homegirl out. Homegirl's pulling him together, and now they're trying to be like Bonnie and Clyde, and he's in too deep, and then they want to run off. But at the end, you're going to either try to put her in jail or you're going to escape with her, and what's going to happen? Like, you know the drill. It's going to be a great story, but come on, you already know what's going to happen. So just release the damn game. It's the biggest game ever in the world. People are going to buy it. That's it. As far as other news, being that it's a one-man show today, Dro again, busy man. We love and respect him. So, you know, shout out to Dro when he comes back. He's here with open arms. We want him on the show, right? So we cut this one a little short. 30 minutes of me yapping. That's a long time. So it's another short episode. Unlikely Geeks. I appreciate you guys watching, listening, and catching up with everything that's been going on this week in the news of video games, comics, and movies. Sorry I haven't been watching that many movies, but I now have somebody I can go on many movie dates with. So we're going to do that soon. Don't tell her I said that. I'm going to surprise you with some movies, right? So we'll do that. Video game wise, again, Outer Worlds, all of that. But until next time, y'all, go out there and save the world. Peace.